And here is another magazine there where Terry did an article or an interview in. It is Starlog Yearbook, and this is from 1999 in August, and was originally for $5.99. I have something I want to say. The last time I saw some of these magazines was 10 or 15 years ago. Some of these I don't remember, so it's like I'm reading these for the first time. You have to remember, 10, 15 years ago, or maybe even longer, it was I was just a kid, and I have not seen this stuff in a very long time. And it's unlikely that they will make this again anytime soon. So for me, this is extremely rare. Yeah, all these different magazines and stuff from the 80s and 90s, yeah, they were just something for that era or from that time and stuff. Now, the article is a lot of this stuff was Star Wars, so I gotta flip this around. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it was on the back, or upside down. The other part of the magazine was for Star Wars stuff, I guess. Farewell to Star Trek's best show. Deep Space Nine celebrate the adventure. Oh yeah, it even says here. Let me see here. Special flipbook edition. So yeah, the other side was for a bunch of Star Wars, had a bunch of Star Wars stuff. Back then, I think they had come out with was it episode 6? I forget what it was. Alright, so here we go. Terry Farrell, Jadzia Dax. For Terry Farrell, life is fine beyond Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Farrell spent 6 years playing Jadzia Dax on DS9 and was an integral part of the series. Beyond portraying the character, Farrell, about as gregarious and genuine an actress as one could hope to encounter, also served as one of DS9's greatest cheerleaders by making herself readily available to the media and interacting with Trek fans at numerous conventions. Then last year, Farrell chose to call it quits, to put the future behind her. It was funny because many people just didn't believe that I was serious about wanting to leave, Farrell explains. I really wanted to move on. I had to move on. I saw that I was 34 years old. I wanted to know what else was out there for me. The sitcom Becker proved to be out there for Farrell. A mid-season replacement starring Ted Danson, Becker has turned into a major hit for CBS. Shooting the show before a live audience, interestingly, doesn't scare me too much, Farrell says. I have to say that's because of all the Trek conventions I did. Talking to thousands of people at once really helped me deal with the fear of having people watch our tapings. Farrell, no surprise, still can't believe her good fortune in landing Becker so quickly. After all, many a Trek actor has struggled to find work following the end of his or her respective series. I died as Dax on Tuesday, April 21st, 1998, Farrell remembers. On Wednesday, April 22nd, I read for Becker for Paramount Executives. On Friday, April 24th, I tested for CBS, and the following Wednesday, April 29th, I got the job. So I guess you could say I died during my audition for Becker. Dax delivered her swan song in tears of the prophets, but her death at the hands of Parev-possessed Ducat. Mark Alamo strained credibility. Michael Dorn has expressed his disappointment that Dax's final moments didn't center exclusively on Jadzia and Worf. I know that Michael was a little upset that it wasn't just the two of us together at the end, Farrell acknowledges. I don't blame him. Executive producer Ira Beer had to come up with something on the fly because nobody really took it seriously that I was going. The episode where I almost died, Change of Heart, would have been a good one to save until the end. If I died in that one, it wouldn't look as if they said, okay, we have to figure out how to kill her. I mean, suddenly Gul Dukat is is possessed and I get killed over the orb. And I don't mean I should have died earlier in the season. I'm saying they should have saved Change of Heart for the season's end. I still think that Tears was a pretty good episode. It was a very difficult show to film, and it's very hard for me to be objective about it. Even now it's hard to explain, but there's a part of a character that just becomes very personal after you've been doing it for so long. I think that Ira, considering that he had to do the episode on the fly, and considering that they had to deal with all of those other dynamics, the Federation-Dominion War, and Sisko's personal problems, did a very good job of it. I'm not trying to criticize the episode. I really can understand Michael's problems, but I can also understand why Sisko needed to be there. He has known me longer. He knew Curzon. Meanwhile, Farrell is busy enjoying Becker. I'm having a great time now. I don't miss having to get up early or having to learn that Star Trek dialogue. I do miss my friends, but being at Paramount for Becker, I've gotten to see them and talk to them on the phone. It also doesn't feel like such a loss. A TV show is a job, and eventually you have to move on. I wouldn't trade a second of DS9. I needed every last minute of it to learn from it. DS9 was great. There was a camaraderie between us all. The actors and the crew, from going through the trenches of 4 a.m. Call times, the hard hours, the last minute script changes, the techno babble, it was a great training ground for me. DS9 was a great experience, but I'm not sorry I made the decision to leave. We'll never know how I might have felt if I didn't have Becker, if I didn't get to do something else right away. It was such a tough decision to make. I thought about it so hard, Terry Farrell concludes, but I felt like I really had to do it. It took me about 6 months to feel great about the decision, to really be sure that I was doing what was best for me, and to be sure that I was listening to what was going on in my heart. Even before I got Becker, I felt I was making the right choice, and I know I did. And there is a picture of Dax, or one of the pictures, and it says Terry Farrell enjoyed her days on Deep Space Nine portraying Jadzia Dax. There's another picture of Dax, and it says, from the wedding album, a glorious day for Worf, Michael Dorn, and Jadzia Dax. Then this other picture of oh, this is from the Becker. This looks like it's from the Becker show. It says Farrell lives again Monday nights on CBS as part of the sitcom ensemble seen on Becker. Alright, see ya.